We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. And off we go here from Mile High. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Here we go, set! Practice, go!
Look at this to start out. A little pop pass to begin this one. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Jamar Stewart, they're on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Go! 18, Rattler, 18, ready!
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
70, 70.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Fake the give, and now it's Milton. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will finally run him down. A big-time play for the Broncos. 37 yards.
Ready, break.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let me go. 70 line.
From the gun, here's Milton. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
They'll run with Johnson. And he'll take this down to about the 7.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal.
Get it. Ready.
They'll run the draw with James. And he's into the end zone. Jordan James. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Broncos 7, Bengals 0. Tyler Luke
touchdown. Loop is back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180, 11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A gain of 19.
That's a gain of 19, and a very quick first down.
First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here we go. 180. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
A first down throw for Burrow. High throw, but it's reeled in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's get set.
On the ground, here's the first round pick from April's draft.
Here we go.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
11, 11.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
MT tape. 11 MT tape. Dot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Johnny Barron.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
35-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now. Bronco Elite, go.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther Street, Panther Street.
Another run here with Johnson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd and long.
Here we go, strike. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll go again with Johnson. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field, trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Hup, hup. Ready.
They'll go. It's Johnson. Oh, the hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Hey, Smith. Ready.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 2. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play.
Good tackle by Daxton Hill. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready.
On the ground, it's Johnson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Get out of the gun is Milton. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Stop.
This drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 38 yards.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go. Stop. Ready. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
Stop. 180. What is that? 12. 12. 12. Stop.
Now a give up the middle, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Motion man is Rice. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow to throw. A dive for the end zone, and he loses the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important.
And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you can overthink things just a little bit. You're down. You only need a couple inches, and you're telling yourself, okay, I still have this second down if I want to catch him off guard and pass. It's what they decide to do, but now they find themselves going backwards and brings up a more challenging third and goal.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal.
Let's get set. Behind.
RPO, that one is complete.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Okay, break.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On play action, here's Milton. He'll let one go down the middle. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
So it's a 3-deep zone here, so they call that cover 3 defense. So what they're going to have is they're going to have a center fielder. He's going to be in the middle of the field, and it's his job that on the quarterback's throw, he has to be able to break and play that entire middle third of the defense. So you got to have the right guy back there, not only with the instincts, but then the speed and the ball skills to go make a play on the ball. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
on the jump.
Here's 3rd and 2. To the air. It's Milton. He finds Mims. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
A loss of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Cougar 19.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Denver. The extra point is good. Broncos are on top. It's 14-10.
Bengals 10. Tyler Luke set to kick
Now,
off.
after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he is out of bounds at the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
On 2, ready?
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Motion man is Rice.
11 MT, tight.
Here's a run. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
12, ready? 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
To throw is Burrow. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A short one taken at the 10. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go. Gravity lying.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. A give, and here's Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He was taken down.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
11.
Looking to throw, it's Milton. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Milton.
Now a timeout, Cincinnati. That's their second, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
1-1, ready? 11, mighty. It's this turn. Ready? Right shot.
Burrow. Forced out wide. Now he'll air one out. That's caught. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 32 yards.
I'm 1, ready?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Gun. Stop. 11. Ready? Right shot. Stop.
Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the catch and run for the 1st down.
11, Thomas.
Here
we go.
23-yard line.
180. Right shot. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 20-yard
Not
line.
a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Now a timeout's Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. from the shotgun. A throw from Milton. Will swing this out to Johnson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Denver first down.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19.
From the gun, here's Milton. He's going to air this one out. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
2nd and 10.
Go! Let's go!
Now Milton. Quick throw taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
On for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Booth set to kick off.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Right, 80, 11 MT, 11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Gun, gun. Stop. 180. 12. 12. 12. Stop.
Burrow now. To the left side in the hands of Rice. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Here we go. Stop.
And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 3.
Right 80. 11, 11, 11, MC, take. 11, 11. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's first and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Here we go. 11, MC, take. Right 80. Stop.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bengals go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the give, it's Johnson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, right?
Outride on the RPO. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. They'll go play action here with Milton. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Second down, 8 yards to go. On the play fake, it's Milton. Flushed to his left. Oh, he tried to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The first down throws. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Let's get set. Can. 11. Stop.
Now second down throw for Burrow. He'll look underneath here for Brown. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
24-yard gain.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go. 11, lights up, 11, empty,
Burrow to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and
A bit of a
7.
quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
11, Thomas.
Second down, Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of Knob.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot.
That one taken in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
He fields it at the 8. Not much on the return. He'll stop him at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Hold the stick.
Hilton now to throw on first and 10. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin.
What up?
And he's taken down up past the 35. Just his first catch have held him in check so far.
Playing Madden.
That one gives him a first down. Here's Milton now on first and 10. That's to McLaurin. They connect again.
What you doing, Kai? Shit, I got you after this. Damn, it's hella late too. We could do a transfer real quick.
Fake the give, and now it's Milton. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big-time play for the Broncos. It's a gain of 43 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Milton. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point, up and good. And the Broncos are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Did you write that? Oh, okay.
Luke is back out to kick this one away.
Nah. I think I heard it on the radio, actually.
On first and 10, Burrow. Rice open, he's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll turn and hand this one off. Room to run inside the 40. going to be taken down. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Gun, gun.
Back to throw, Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. And it's 1st and goal.
Big time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points,
She's saying you're acting different.
end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
A run on 1st and goal. There, he's fortunate just to
That's
get
wild.
to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just no
Nah, I'm playing a league game.
handed the ball. Give credit to the defense.
Yeah, I'll throw the share screen for you.
At it from the 9. 2nd down and goal.
For sure.
Now, Burrow.
Me too. Nah, psych.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's
She laughed at you. That's crazy.
They're entering middle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
after the TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And will be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. He's going to let this one go deep. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback. Because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of the advantage to your side of the ball.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Here we go.
19 yards.
Hey, can. Stop.
Now a run on 1st down. Open space to the 35. Out of bounds in great shape down the 15-yard line. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
I think it's called rocket. I think it's called rocket catching. Or like swerve catch. I don't even know what it is. Because it's like he moves the guy and then the AI follows him. You know what I mean? It kind of takes him out of position and then he runs to the ball.
His film study, he knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
For sure.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Big 13.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
No idea.
Touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
It's crazy to me is like his cover 3. I don't know. It doesn't play like cover 3.
Good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further
But
here in this 4th quarter.
I don't know. I was with him and then I wasn't.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This
Yeah.
Very solid return.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
You pick whoever you want, bro.
On first down, here's Milton. A pass taken in by Johnson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Milton to the air on second down. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 49-yard
On
line.
play action, here's Milton. And deep for the back of the end zone. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
I thought they downloaded like a legend class. Well, I'm not gonna see him because I'm like at the end of the draft.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get that to Paul, his tight end. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent.
What they probably do for that cover 3 is that they load into something else and they audible to it or something.
And they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Now give on the ground, and he finds a little
Shit.
space.
I don't know. I'm not tripping. I had fun. I threw 8 picks.
To deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense. And
I don't know. I feel better about that Rams team though.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half.
But shit, I made it to that SC chip.
After this,
If I locked in, I don't know. I feel like I could have beat them if I didn't throw those 2 picks to start. That would have been like if I got points those 2 possessions,
they'll come up here on
the
second
momentum would have been different.
from the shotgun.
Oh, he jumped that shit.
Third time today, he's intercepted.
Ah!
By Jahdae Barron. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. Pick 6 for touchdown.
yeah, that's just a mistake by this quarterback, Mike. That's just really inexcusable. You can't continue to push your luck. And at a level like this, against defenders this good, you continue to put the ball in harm's way. Eventually, they're going to make you pay.
This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just a pick 6, but add on a 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this
He just went to the side wherever he had numbers.
The result, 2 points. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately,
No, we signed the end from the Titans. I don't fucking know his name.
Drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Throwing right. It's taken in.
This is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Only need a yard, and it's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. Here's first and 10.
Gun, gun.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
On one, ready? Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Here's Burrow. He'll try to set up
Damn, lineman didn't see anybody right there. That's crazy.
blown up in the backfield. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
11. Stop. Right 80. Right hot. Stop.
Throwing now on third and long. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Oh.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Here is first and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Bobcat, Mustang 19.
Ready. Get out of the gun is Milton. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On second down, here's Milton. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll go. Here's Milton. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Burrow now to throw on first down. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3.
He took a shot on that kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
Can. Stop.
Tight end going in motion here.
Stop.
Here we go. One final play. And they're going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So this one...
Shit.